Hello, folks. Welcome back. From the one, the only, I am a Hobo Tom. And everyone here is getting a treat today because I am finally going to get caught up, which is a good thing. Because after today, I do have to start deleting some videos because I have way too many of them saved on my computer. You can tell this is the daytime because I have all natural light. So let's see here. So this is going to be like a four-part show. So get ready to get your popcorn, or if you need it, probably more so if you need it, your adult beverage. Chill out for a little bit with me, the one, the only Hobo Tom. And if I do look distracted, because I am trying to get work done as well, so I have to like keep an eye on like time a little bit. So let's see here. You know what? First, I was watching a whole bunch of wrestling the past weekend. Yeah, that's right. It was the past weekend. I'm not that far behind, at least. Wait, what week's this? Oh, yeah. I'm not that far behind. So I have a whole list, a very small list at least, of people that was interacting with me. So as always, as per my tradition, I always give a thank you video to those that do that. So probably I'll recap the whole weekend first, and then we'll go take a little time travel back in time. So Randy the Ram, thank you very much, sir. I think we were talking about who would we desire more, Electra Lopez or Cora Jade, or something to that effect. Either that or just it might have even been um, just talking about toxic attraction. So who knows at this point in life. But you, sir, you always win twice because you get that 6 count. see here. Fatty Hammock, I guess. You, sir, you know how to play both the air drums and the air guitar. Amanda. Say Fox. YT. You, guessing that you're a miss, are just chilling out, listening to your own briefcase boombox. And Benoit Necktie, you, sir, can crawl out of here. And then finally, Glenn Hunt. You, sir, always win by dirty pin. So with the hobo list down, I'll probably be making another hobo list a little bit later, especially when I do Simiversary. Let's talk about my lack of being able to predict stuff. So, very quick recap. Cameron Grimes lost. Carmelo Hayes is the new North American Championship. Braun Breaker retained. Toxic Attraction retained. Roxanne Perez, she didn't even wrestle. They saved that for Tuesday. Mandy Rose won, and the Creed brothers won. So honestly, for this show, I was a 50-50 booker. Oh no, wait. And I had a Legado del Fantasma winning too. So yeah, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm still a 50-50 booker. And let's see here. Cody, Bobby. For Hell in a so that was in your house. That surprisingly was not a good pay-per-view by NXT. One of the few rare stinkers that they've actually had. So now let's go to Hell in a Cell. I'm gonna say that I was a 50-50 booker too, mainly because I think I got my Stone Cold lock right. I got the match to sleep through right, and I got the match of the night right. So Cody Rhodes did defeat Seth Rollins. Bianca Belair retained her championship, which I'm surprised at. Bobby Lashley won. Kevin Owens won. That kind of shocked me too. Uh, the Judgment Day won, and Ali won. No, wait, Ali lost. Wait a second. Yeah, Theory won. Theory retained his belt. Ali lost. See, wait a second. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2. Oh, I might have made a goof up here somewhere. You know what? For this show, I wasn't a 50-50 booker. I was just a mark. So let's see, what was this? How do I do double or nothing? Oh! I forget if I did my double or nothing. I think I did. When was double or nothing? Oh, that was Memorial Day weekend, yeah. So, and also, I forgot about this one. I don't think I did. I forget if I did this or not, but who cares? I'll just do again. AEW Double or Nothing. I was actually, I think, another 50-50 booker. CM Punk won. That was obvious. House of Black won. That was weird. Young Bucks won. Or, no, the Hardys won. Wait, I had the Young Bucks winning. Won that match. Oh, yeah, the Hardys won. So the Young Bucks lost. Jericho Appreciation Society won. That was a snooze match anyway. Actually, that was kind of fun. Jurassic Express retaining. Adam Cole, baby, winning. Thunder Rosa won. That actually was the match of the night. Hookhausen won. That was my Stone Cold lock. So yeah, I actually did a little bit better. Yeah, it was a. Yeah, Wardlow won and Britt Baker won. So you're 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually, yeah, that puts me better than some mark or 50-50 booker. I'm in the head of one Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. But who knows? She could wind up running AEW better than Tony Khan does. So with that, that's all the thank yous and the past weekend stuff that I've been neglecting for a while. Very quickly, I'll hit on some news and notes. Going to take a little break then. So Friday, I am still working somehow, unless things change up really soon. Because I got one all right. That was pretty amazing. And I only have, really, 7.5, only 7.5 more hours of work. So wait, how does that, 9, wait, 8.5, wait, I can work till, no, 6.5 more hours of work. Yeah, that's 7, that's 8, yeah. So 6.5 more hours of work. A lot can still happen. and they may come down with some arbitrary thing to say that I'm screwed anyway. Well, I'm doing quite well, and no matter what, I'm still making some good pile of money. So probably tonight I will be doing my Impact Wrestling, because they're on the road to Impact. That's always fun. Friday is going to be screwy. I might get to Rampage. all depends how I feel about watching wrestling after working for so long, getting the pizza and stuff. So I'm treating myself for a change this week. And after Luliano, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. This is from 3 weeks ago. This is my trifecta. This is still from. This was May. Let's see here. Yeah, May 23rd. So if I remember correctly, this Raw I think was kind of good. Started off with a recap of SmackDown. Then we had Riddle come out, and it was a Riddle and the Street Profits versus Usos and Sami Zayn. Wow, I forgot all about this match. Oh wow, I have thank yous to give out still too for this. I forgot to add you to the. That's right, because I didn't put you on the list, folks. You will be getting on the list. I'm gonna make a little list here right now, actually. So let's see here. You know what, Dave Tron? You know what, you're going your own thank yous now. You, sir, are a member of the El Generico band. And you know what, Regal Machine? I'm not going to look at my list. But you know what? You know that Jordan Grace has back.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Well, I do apologize for not getting you earlier, but still, getting your little shout out. So it's Riddle and the Street Profits taking on the Usos and Sami Zayn. It was a jump start at the beginning. Sami Zayn, again, he's just funny, classic heel stuff, especially from Sami Zayn. Dawkins had a big dropkick. Riddle, he has all the kicks, and then the Usos get in. Usos are so good as a tag team. They should keep those belts forever. Ford eventually reverses something to a backdrop. Riddle gets the hot tag. The heels again. They kind of feed to the faces. Very classic of that. There's some spinny flippy stuff by Ford. He's good at that over the top rope. Sami Zayn eventually is left in the ring. So Usos leave. And Sami Zayn eats that draping DDT from Riddle. He also eats an RKO from Riddle. You know what? This was actually a pretty fun, fast-paced match. Solid match. Riddle and the Street Profits win. Cheeseburger match. Actually, I might make these videos and process them later. We'll see. Bobby Lashley calls out Omos then. MVP shows up. Dana Brooke and Adam Pearce is doing an interview. Becky interrupts. Then there's a Judgment Day promo. Damian Priest teams up with Rhea Ripley versus AJ Styles and Liv Morgan. Rhea hit that It's that Australian headbutt and the hair toss. Liv counters with the delayed suplex to a backstab, which is pretty good. She dives on Rhea and then splashes her. What did I put out there? Oh yeah, whoever the cameraman is, he did one straight out coot shot. Oh, was this the one? No, that was the most recent one. That's just like, might as well show to everything. These cameramen, man, they must get bored, I guess. But, yeah, AJ and Priest trade blows for a little bit. However, this match is going to get downgraded because Edge comes in, does the DQ. There was, again, the one cameraman, he just going to zoom in on straight on Rhea Ripley's posterior section. It was a DQ finish. That means it was a dusty ham sandwich. The Minister's an interview. Jerry the King Lawler. There's a lot of interviews on this show. Jerry the King Lawler, Miz gets interviewed. Jerry the King Lawler gets interviewed. He interviews Veer. That was kind of meh. Things kind of went south. And this is probably in the middle of the show. Alexa Bliss got interviewed. Then the next match we have is Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross. Literally, Alexa Bliss slaps Nikki. Nikki goes for the chin lock to the sleeper Alexa. After some fight on the top rope, shoves Nikki Cross off, hits the Twisted Bliss. This was way too short of a match. Even though Alexa Bliss wins, it's only a can of soup. I mean, they really did not do much. I should write these numbers down too. Yeah. Seth Rollins had an interview. Yeah, it is what it was. Then we had Cody versus The Miz. I thought this was going to be a good match. I thought these two would pair up together well. This was really botchy, though. And I hate to do it to both the Cody and The Miz, but I really give this a low ranking. And I think it was just botchy. Cody's just getting back used. I think Cody's getting back in his groove. I think Seth can work more of an indie pace and an AEW pace than The Miz can. Miz is your traditional WWE style wrestler, if there is such a thing like that, but unfortunately there is. Cody, classic headlock takedown. They do try again the classic Greco-Roman knuckle lock, the test of strength. There was a kind of like weird bow and arrow that ended really oddly. That did not look good. A Miz drops Cody on the top rope. The Cody cutter was hit on. Eventually, also I think the reason why I gave this a can of soup is because Seth Rollins runs in. It's another DQ. Almost two DQ finishes in one show. That's too many. It's a DQ finish. Seth beats up Cody. This was a can of soup match. Oh wow, that's right. I have to go get lunch too. And he needs. Oh, we'll see. Then we have Ezekiel versus Chad Gable. Things pick up a little bit. Kevin Owens on commentary. Thank you, Kevin Owens. You are the one that made this sound so much better. Kevin Owens is... I don't even think he was on commentary. He was there ringside. He's just so loud he might as well be on commentary. Chad works over the legs of Ezekiel. Again, you're going to do wrestling moves. Oh, Cover Roll was here too. Shoot. He'll be next. But yeah, this was a good step over to old Zeke. Yeah, he got the feet up when Chad tried to go for a moonsault. That and a good looking spine. That was a good looking spine buster. Eventually, Otis gets tossed. Kevin Owens gets tossed. Ezekiel wins with a roll up. I'll tell you what, overall, this was a ham sandwich match. And see, I actually forgot because I just realized that because I put this on a second page. You know what? Cover roll. You, sir, are experiencing Mundo Madness. I love those short ones. I don't even have to look long at it. Let's see here. Then we had MVP versus Bobby Lashley. So this was another kind of odd match. Again, this was going to determine what kind of match they would have at Hell in a Cell. So I am the Undertaker. I cannot do a good Undertaker voice. Ooh yeah, my macho man voice is the best, not the Undertaker. On the outside, Omos is there. He eventually takes out Bobby Lashley, just beats him up a little bit. MVP hits a haluva kick. Bobby hits a flatliner on MVP. The MVP can still take a bump. That's impressive. He clothesline MVP to the outside. They start brawling a little bit. And then Lashley got counted out. That was weird. He was upset about that. Eventually, he put MVP in the Hurt Lock. Of course, this gives MVP won by countout. You know what? Probably the right way MVP should win. Ham sandwich match. Let's see here. Show us most of. Okay, I know what I wrote there. So, the next match was Asuka versus Becky Lynch. This was also probably made a little bit more interesting thanks to those cheeky cameramen. They showed us a lot of where Becky's babies come from. Yeah. They just must have been bored this show or something. I don't know. Or they weren't getting enough action from I don't know, cameramen probably hook up the makeup and Taylor, so who knows. Maybe there was some disconnect there. And they were just really bored. But it was Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Asuka, again, really good. Again, with all her kicks and strikes. Becky beats up Asuka on the outside, though. And Asuka's kicks, they look vicious. I would not want to eat one kick from Asuka. That would be bad news. Becky eventually gets caught in and eats a code breaker. Asuka, again, the Juju Gatami, that was great. Asuka missed the kick. Because then they were on the outside. Asuka missed the kick. Nailed poor Bianca. I'll tell you what. I don't know who's pale or white. Becky Lynch or Asuka, because I think I saw a little bit of Becky Lynch's midsection. Oh my goodness. You know, at least I get tan. Granted, you can see, like, I do have some tan lines. I have my watch tan line. And if you see my feet, it's really weird because, like, from my ankles to my feet are kind of whitish. Everything else is kind of that nice golden brown. I'll tell you what, though. Both Asuka and Becky, they have to get some sun. They just look so unnatural. Eventually, back in the ring. There's some distraction. Becky Lynch rolls up Asuka. This gets her a spot in the triple threat match at Hell in a Cell. Not a bad match. I'll say it was a cheeseburger match. There we go. So let's see here. So this was the Memorial Day Raw. Again, we're traveling back in time a little bit. I'm not gonna make a Memorial Day tribute. I already did that, both at the Daytona Beach Bum Fight League. You know what? Yeah. Here's a Memorial Day tribute to all the veterans that have served. So with all that being said and done, we start off with an Asuka and Becky Lynch promo. Eventually Bianca Belair comes out. This sets up for our first match of the night. Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Classic wrestling spot. Jeez, I'm just dirty, man. Asuka has like the perfect cooch. I think we saw part of it too. I think it's also rather well shaved too. If I had a sponsor like Manscaped, yeah, I would say Asuka definitely uses Manscaped, even though it would be Womanscape. But yeah, I don't. So that's the only mention they're ever gonna get. I just know every other wrestling show and everyone else does that promo. So, oh well. Starts off Asuka and Bianca Belair, classic wrestling start. Again, they trade submissions. That was so good. Bianca Belair hit this delayed suplex on Asuka. Asuka hit her classic hip attack. Asuka and Becky then start to yell at each other. And then you of course know what this means. Eventually, Asuka does a top rope drop kick onto Bianca Belair. However, Becky sees that Asuka isn't beating up Bianca Belair enough. Becky decides to run in. We gotta throw the DQ finish, baby. Nobody wins. Mainly because Becky beat up both of them. So the referee couldn't figure out who to blame. That's a tough choice sometimes. And you know what? It actually was a good match. It's gonna be a dusty cheeseburger, baby. And the next match, oh yeah, I saw the sign, Brielle. I love you too. I just like reading people's signs. I miss the days of the Attitude Era where everyone brought in some ridiculous sign. Now everyone's on their cell phone. But Brielle, Hobo, Tom, heart to you as well. So we had the next match, Ezekiel and the Mysterios take on Kevin Owens and the Alpha Academy. Oh, this was great. Gable and Ray lock up. That Chad Gable must be absolutely tickled to lock up with the Legend with Rey Mysterio. They do a series of leg kicks. Eventually, Dominic tags in, jumps off the top rope. The Mexican arm drag's so good. They did a triple suplex with, I think, the Mysterios were in the front. Ezekiel lifted the legs up on Otis because Otis got in. That was ingenious. I like that. Dominic, he tried to go up to the top rope like his dad does. Then he got shoved. And then who does Zeke splash first? Because he's in the ring. Eventually, all three heels wind up in the ring. And then it's just a matter of which one does Ezekiel go after first. Kevin Owens eats a 619. Ezekiel, again, he gets that delayed vertical suplex. That was fun. He also gets the win for his team. Ezekiel and Mysterio's win. I think Chad Gable. Kevin Owens goes absolutely bonkers then. He blames Alpha Academy, yells at Otis, yells at Chad Gable. This is another fun match. Cheeseburger match. We have our Cody Rhodes promo. Seth eventually comes out. They just begin to brawl. Then we have Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. This match should have been a lot longer. It was literally little girl versus big girl. Bliss, she does straight strikes. However, Doudrop actually absorbs a lot of that. She hits a drop kick and then some yes kicks. Falling Doudrop. Doudrop eventually recovers. Big drop body slam. That looked vicious. She did not hit the Vader bomb. Alexa Bliss moved out of the way. Alexa Bliss and went up to the top rope. Twisted Bliss. These are really short wait. Yeah, that's right. This was everything that happened in the match. This was a super short match again. This is not how you're supposed to treat Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss needs a little bit of a struggle. Probably more so the way you shouldn't treat Doudrop for being as big as she is. This match was a can of soup. And there was Miz TV with the Street Profits. That was pretty fun. And then, of course, with that, the whole freaking 24/7 thing comes in. Oh yeah, the Street Profits line. So what's this about? It doesn't matter. He said, yeah, we like to hear about your new shows. He starts talking about, you know what, I'm going to stop you right there. I have just one sentence to say. And this is like, oh, go ahead. It doesn't matter. The Rock has returned, in voice at least. Then the whole 24/7 Dana Brooke shows up. Yeah, that whole R-Truth, Tamina. Eventually, Tamina wins the 24/7 belt. Again, roll up. Tozawa then backslides Tamina. Tozawa wins the 24/7 championship. This whole 24/7 championship stuff has to go away. It was kind of entertaining, mainly because of what Tozawa did. I'll give it at least a 24/7 chunk. And the fact that you're The Rock's catchphrase, it doesn't matter. I'll say it was a can of soup. Then you had Mustafa Ali versus Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. I'll tell you what, Ciampa's great. He should actually probably be more in Judgment Day than anyone else. He looks like a psychopath. He just literally takes it to Ali, drops him down, the 12-6 elbows, the chin lock. Ciampa hit the headbutt. Mustafa Ali starts to make a little bit of a comeback. Then Theory, who's been sitting ringside, and he and Byron Saxton just yap back and forth at each other. That was kind of entertaining. Theory eventually comes in, beats up Ali. It's a DQ. Ali wins. For what it was and what it set up, a ham sandwich. Maybe I'll do that during the... I could. Process it then. Ooh, that makes sense. Do have to start worrying about getting, like, dinner, though. Which is lunch and dinner. And no matter what, I might be getting 5 hours. Impressive. Most impressive. Yeah, I get 7. That's $100. Then we have Theory versus Ali. Theory's just really picking the bones of the previous match. Except for he does the spear, of course. He posts himself, head into the turnbuckle. Ali hit the DDT. Ali, again, he gets knocked off the top rope. He tried to do his 054. Theory hit the A train. Theory wins. Solid match, really picking the bones of stuff. His mic work is great. His heel work's really good. Ham sandwich of a match. Adam Pearce comes out. He says, It's not going down like this. Not on my watch. So eventually what happens, he makes the match where Ali and Theory are going to fight on the pay-per-view. Then we had the Riddle promo. And then, wait, who's this? Oh, Nolo King. I have more thank yous to give out. What the heck's wrong with me? I should just make a list. Oh wait, Nolo King doesn't matter. He's already in there. So I forgot. Yeah, we were talking about. We were just probably crap posting. I think it was what the matches are going to be and just junk stuff. But Zorro V2. You, sir, are that luchador on a forklift. I should really make better notes. So we have the Usos versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Matt Riddle. Very competitive match. I was kind of shocked. They're definitely not ready for what Shinsuke Nakamura has to offer. He just like kicks the Usos all over the place. Again, he does his good vibrations. He does the knees when they're stuck on the ropes. I was shocked by that. Riddle hit the draping T, but could not hit the RKO. Again, for the most part, this was really one-sided. The Usos do go flying off the top rope. However, there was a super RKO by Matt Riddle. Riddle and Shinsuke Nakamura won. I was shocked. And if I'm shocked, you know you're getting at least a cheeseburger rating. And that's probably why I put that on my potential matches for Hell in a Cell. That would have made sense. Day one, you get a shot. Very simple. There was an Ali interview saying, yep, you're granted a shot now at a major belt. Or the U.S. belt's better than the IC belt, at least. They did their own little Memorial Day tribute. I already did mine to begin with. Then we had Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. And wow, this just started off the same way the other match did last week with an Aussie headbutt. Liv goes to the chin lock. Wait a second. They're just practicing these matches just for the big show. Rhea Ripley, the big kick to the ribs when Liv's down. Ouch. Liv got picked up. Tried to go for the Hurricanrana, but no. Rhea Ripley wasn't having any of that. She got whacked into the barricade. AJ and Damian Priest up. Liv kind of gathers herself up by the thighs. She seems gashed. She's exhausted. Just they're literally using Rhea's thighs and her own legs to kind of get up. Liv hits a cross body to the outside. Liv does the sexy roll up pin. She actually winds up pinning. Oh, that's right. This wasn't the main event either. She wound up pinning Rhea Ripley. Then of course brawl ensues. AJ's into the barricade. Finn makes it safe for everyone. Liv Morgan wins. A cheeseburger match. Nothing I can really complain about. Then the main event thing was Lashley, Omos, and MVP contract signing, and that's how Raw ended. Kind of ended with a fizzle. Oh, that's right. Then this is even shorter. Good. That was the main event. Oh yeah, that's right. That was the main event. Oh, that's good. The last show. Oh, hello. I'm back again. This is the third and final. I'll be caught up. These are my trilogies of past Raws. As you can tell, it's the natural light out here. I just didn't choose to turn on the light. Getting more than enough sunlight to see stuff. You know what? You don't need to know about my situation. Let's go straight to Raw. It's the last show I have to do tonight. Then tonight, oh man, I do have to start that whole editing process and processing. Jeez. That's going to take probably an hour. Oh wow. And I've been working right now for about 4.5 hours. So I'm doing pretty good. Let's talk about some Monday Night Raw. And again, I'm making money, which is always good. A little tally sheet. So yep, things are looking fairly good. Got probably an hour and a half left before I go to the gym. Come back, work a little bit more. Just been squeezing some garbage time. Oh, I'm still tired. Church, Hobo, my other job, and then I get to Tranquilo. And have breakfast too. Ooh, breakfast is going to be good. Salted pork, eggs, and waffles. Enough about that. Let's talk about some Monday Night Raw. Starts off a little backlash recaps. Cody promo. Of course, Seth comes out there and Seth has to beat him up. So our first match. This was weird. It was Becky Lynch versus Dana Brooke. Becky Lynch is being very aggressive. Not only is she on that meth, that PCP kicks in. That's all bad. Then you have the 24/7 chunk. Dana wins. Becky eventually says, "Get the hell out of here. And if any of you try to interrupt this match, I'm going to beat you up." And everyone's like, whoa. So then Becky had an exploder suplex on Dana. Dana had some big kicks, and then the Bulldog was pretty good. However, Dana missed the one elbow thing. But then Dana got a pin attempt, and then Asuka comes out. Whoa. And she holds on Becky's feet so Becky cannot kick out. Dana Brooke wins. I didn't see this happening, especially with all that nonsense garbage stuff they did before. Cheeseburger match. This is obviously going to lead to that good old known wrestling crisis of confidence that always happens to people over their wrestling career. So it's good to see that they're advancing something. John Cena is going to be back June 27th. So this is the 13th. Oh, two weeks or 3 more Raws. It was a Miz TV with Maurice, and oh my god, Maurice is absolutely prime porn MILF. Jeez, her tits got bigger, and she's lost some weight too. She was getting a little, she was becoming like normal MILF. Getting a little that baby fat off her. I don't know. Maurice is amazing looking though. Miz is definitely punching above his weight class with her. Then Riddle comes out. They start yapping a little bit. John Cena eventually comes out. Or not John Cena, but Tommaso Ciampa. The Psycho Killer. Yeah! Comes out. Drops Riddle. The next match we'll have Miz gets go into a match. He's like, sure, I'll have that match now. Miz versus Riddle. Riddle just, for the most part, makes the whole comeback during the whole thing. Again, a little bit of the Randy-esque stuff, the Randy-esque body slam, the draping DDT. Miz throws in her purse, but you know what? Maurice throws in her purse to the Miz. Of course, we all know it's a loaded purse because they've done this a couple times. This is nice to see, though. Riddle, however, I think right after the Miz swings and misses, or in the middle of swinging, hits the RKO out of nowhere. That was fun. This was way short, though. This was a weird show. It was a lot of recaps, a lot of filler stuff. This match itself, ham sandwich match. I guess it kind of did what it's supposed to do. Then we have a little stuff about the In Your House recap. Again, a lot of filler on the show. I'm yawning all of a sudden. So I put on my Macho Man shirt. I did stuff around the house, which reminds me, I still have to put garbage out. Let Cheese run around outside for a little bit. Let her experience the Florida heat. That's what she wants. And as you can tell, it is Sunday. I cleaned up a lot. Last night at least. Then we have the Street Profits versus the Usos. Dawkins from the Street Profits are trying to do some quick pins. He does a backslide. Again, great double team work. They did the flapjack. The Street Profits did at least. So the one Uso. The Usos, they're out of the ring. They have, of course, the much more slower pace match. Ford hits the cannonball. Usos. You know, the chops and the kicks, the comeback. Jey Uso. That big uppercut slap. He goes down to one knee. That's the sound I wanted. That's the sound effect I wanted. It's slapped and more outside of the ring. Usos. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, the Usos were counted out? Wow, that was weird. Street Profits win. You know what? I'll give WWE credit. At least they follow the rules of pro wrestling. It's a count out. That's right. You lose. Good match. Cheeseburger match. And Bobby Lashley comes out and starts talking. Austin Theory says, yeah, you're not going to get a shot at this title. I don't know. The way Theory has been elevating the U.S. Championship, it does seem like that belt. Again, Bobby Lashley, not so much the Universal Champion, being a U.S. Champion. Again, with what Theory's managed to do with that belt and what little he's been given, it was pretty good. Then we have Dominic Mysterio versus Veer. And they go through some basic mat wrestling. Great standing switch by Dominic. Veer is a fun splash. Dominic. The shoulder to the guts of Veer. Again, very classic. He gets tossed into Rey Mysterio on the outside. Dominic hit a 619 frog splash, but Veer caught Dominic. And then the father jumps in. So this actually makes sense as far as DQ goes. You don't want to see your kid get beat up. Ray jumps in, beats up Veer. The DQ finish, baby. Veer wins. Did what it's supposed to do. Nothing really spectacular happened. Ham sandwich of a match. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. So the Judgment Day come out for a promo. And what winds up happening is that... Yeah, not going to be much longer. Actually, let me take a look at this really quickly. Yeah. Meh. Well, I got lucky there. And that's all that. So that's good. So with Judgment Day, Seth comes out cutting a promo, says, you know what, we're going to bring on our next member. But then you know what happened? They turned on Edge. And I just realized Rhea Ripley is actually taller than Finn Balor. So Edge eats a table, gets concertoed, gets the thing in the mouth. Wow. Did not expect to see that. That was pretty good. Also pretty long too. And that was pretty... Finn being the member. I was hoping it would be Tommaso Ciampa, but it is what it is. We'll see how things go. Again, are we going to have... Because Finn broke up the Bullet Club, though, man. The Judgment Day 4... That doesn't roll off the tongue like the Bullet Club does. We had Omos versus Cedric Alexander. Yeah, this was total squash. Omos did like the double-handed choke slam. That was it for this match. can of soup match. You know, what else can you really expect? We had Otis versus Ezekiel. Otis, the heavy hands, the exploder suplex. Ezekiel gets a big knee. Backslide. Actually, I think Ezekiel won with a backslide. It was weird. It was weird. Backstabber, then into a backslide. This was another quick match, too. I'm like, wait a second. Why are these matches so quick? And then I realized, I'm like, oh, wow, it's actually like 10:30. So, yeah, so that makes sense. The thing is, with this Raw, there was a lot of filler material. Again, recapping the In Your House, Hell in a Cell, again, the Judgment Day promo, finding out that Rhea Ripley's taller than Finn. They packed a lot in very little wrestling, though. Again, the whole Bobby Lashley theory thing, that was pretty good. Then we had our women's 4-way to determine the next challenger to Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank, which I won't be able to watch because I'll actually be at work because I have the whole soccer thing to do that Sunday, because that's the July 4th weekend. We're doing that. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, at least Alexa Bliss is not wearing her control top pantyhose like Ruby Riott does. That's my one. Wow, I have very few like crude notes about this. Was I actually paying attention? Or was I just... I probably just wound up working the whole... Yeah, I was working the whole day. Probably just tired from working. Like, yeah, no crude comments by me. So it was Alexa Bliss, Doudrop versus Doudrop versus Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Doudrop and Rhea Ripley start off trading blows. Liv and Alexa eventually double team Doudrop. Obviously the bigger of the two. Liv the drop kick to Alexa. Then the DDT. Doudrop just decided to splash on everyone then, because the other three ladies were in the corners. There was the Tower of Doom spot, or the attempted Tower of Doom spot, where you had Rhea Ripley trying to superplex Doudrop, and then Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan were going to kind of powerbomb Rhea Ripley. There was a bunch of pins by Alexa and Liv. They just would wind up trying to pin everyone else. Liv, she winds up eating some move. Nikki going across had absolutely nothing, though. I think at one time, one of these girls got hurt. Because even Nikki tried to do that. Doudrop hit a move on someone. Rhea Ripley eventually winds up winning. She's going to face Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank. Again, I'll do a prediction on that. I'm just happy all my notes are done. Now I have to start the processing of this. But yeah, that was pretty intense. Again, it was a weird Raw. It seemed really short. And I think with that shortness, again, there was just a lot of filler in there. So it's hard to say if it was a good Raw or a bad Raw. That last match, that was actually pretty fun and enjoyable, though. Cheeseburger match. And that's it. All my videos are finally caught up, so this will be going up probably tonight. This week, Monday, I hope to get Raw done at its normal time. Although we'll see, I might have to do that Tuesday. We'll see. Monday is such a mess for me. Monday and Wednesday suck. Tuesday is definitely going to be the NXT show. Wednesday should be AEW. Thursday, I think I'm skipping Thursday because Impact, they're weird. And I have to do predictions, so I might skip Impact on Thursday and just do my predictions. Friday, I will be doing SmackDown. I think, because I should only have to work about 2 hours that day. So that should give me plenty of time to get everything else done. And then Saturday's Triple Mania. Yes. I don't know if I feel like making super nachos. Ooh, super nachos. Steak nachos. Ooh. Or do I feel like taco pizza? I don't know. I'll have to see how much taco pizza is. You know, taco pizza and like chips and salsa. That sounds pretty good. And then Sunday's going to be Impact Slammiversary. So again, during the week of the pricey me, start building